Namaste Vidya, Hamisha Kushro. A very good morning to you all. Myself, JV'n, Dr. Ravi, Jain, Assistant Professor, Department of Practice of Medicine, Faculty of Medical Science, JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH University. Welcomes you all in the second chapter, the next chapter of our series of online lectures on YouTube. So, in this chapter, in this series, we will be discussing about the urogenetic system. In today's lecture, we will be discussing only about the introduction part, about anatomy, physiology, the basic superficial anatomy, superficial physiology, because that is also covered in your syllabus. But as you have already studied the anatomy and physiology in first year, so I won't be going in much details of those topics, but still we will be discussing about the superficial anatomical structures. Right? So what comes in the urogenetic system? Basically, this is the combination of two systems, the genetic system and the urinary system. So both are studied combinedly because the diseases, because of some of the reasons that we will study in the upcoming slides. So whenever a patient is coming, why we are studying in practice of medicine? Because we want to know the symptoms of the patients who is coming to us for the complaints related to the urogenetic system. So, first of all, in today's lecture, we will be studying anatomy and physiology, and in the later next chapters, we will be studying about the diseases individually. Okay. So, let's start with the diseases of urogenetic system introduction part. What is a urogenetic system? The urogenetic system or the genitourinary system, one and the same thing, is the organ system of reproductive organs of and urinary system. तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, it's a combination, दो चीजों का combination है reproductive system का और urinary system. ठीक है, commonly known as genitourinary or urinogenic system. Why do we study both the systems together? Because of some of the reasons. What are the various reasons why we study these two topics together? First of all, due to the proximity to each other. Both the systems are situated very close to each other. And but this is not the actual reason. The other reason is that they have a common embryological origin. Another reason is that they use the common pathways. So the pathway is common, they share common embryological origin, and also the most important that is not written here is that the diseases which are associated with one particular system also affects the other system. All right. So for those diseases, for the understanding of those diseases, for the management of those diseases, we have to study these two chapters together, these two systems together as a single unit. Because in whatever disease, whichever disease we see in one system, that is related to the other system as well. That's why we are studying these both of the chapters together. So let's move ahead further with the urogenetic system. Now there are this is the outline of the framework of the genitourinary system that we will be going to study in the upcoming 7 to 8 lectures. First of all, today we will be studying about the anatomy and the physiology, the superficial anatomy, not the blood supply, not the arterial supply, not the venous supply, not the nerve supply. No, we are not going in that much details. We will only be keeping us specific only to the external gross anatomy, not the deeper anatomy. The physiology, the renal functions, what are the normal functions of the kidney, the renal disorders, the various disorders. One by one we will be discussing all the various renal disorders that we commonly encounter in our practice and that are generally asked in the examination. Out of these, glomerulonephritis I have already covered earlier, and I have already given notes to you. I have already given my recorded audio lecture to you for that glomerulonephritis. So for the glomerulonephritis, that was a big topic. You have my 3 audio lectures, my PPT, and everything is with you already. So glomerulonephritis, I'm not going to repeat it again over here. Other disorders I'll be completing in this series of lectures. Assessment of the renal disorder. How you will be assessing the disorders, the renal disorders that people are facing commonly. And last of all, the examination in the cases of renal disorders. What are the various examinations that are needed in the cases of renal disorders for its assessment? So all these things will be done together. Like the renal disorders, assessment of renal disorders, and examination of renal disorders will be done together, as in when we will be discussing about each and every kidney disorder. All right. So let's start with anatomy of kidney and liver. So this is the normal simple structure of the gross anatomy, where the kidney is situated. What is there in the kidney? Inside view of the kidney, where you have renal callus, you have calyces, major callus, minor callus. Then from the kidney, there arises ureter. Kidney forms the urine, which is transferred through the ureter to the bladder. There is a bladder and a urethra. Urethra is the external opening with an external sphincter. You have an external sphincter, you have an internal sphincter. So this is the gross anatomy of the urinary system, where we have two kidneys, two ureter, one bladder, and one urethra. So any disease that will be associated with the urinary system, we have to look for these structures. We have to look for the kidney, we have to look for the ureter, we have to look for the bladder, urethra. Right? Any abnormalities in this structure will denote type of disease a patient is having. All the investigations related to the urinary system are focused only on these systems, these organs. So what are the different functions of the kidneys? Kidney have various functions, like it maintains the volume and composition of body fluids. Because we all know that the filtration of the blood takes place through the kidneys. So it maintains the volume and composition of the body fluids. It retains certain useful substances by the renal threshold. Because we all know there is filtration, there is filtration of the blood, there is selected reabsorption, there is excretion. You already have studied the formation of urine, the process of formation of urine in first year. So I would suggest you to go through it again, so that you can know all the processes that are involved in the formation of urine. And in that process, you will again remember or recall the various substances that are excreted, the various substances that are reabsorbed during the formation of urine. So the kidney functions, it maintains the volume and composition of the body fluids by renin-angiotensin system. Okay, so endocrinology also jumps into it. And renin is retain its useful substances by renal threshold. It excretes the waste products like urea, uric acid, and creatinine. These are excreted by kidney through the urine. Homeostasis of electrolytes, mineral ions, and cations in salt and water. So kidney plays an important role in the homeostasis of electrolytes, minerals, anions, cations, salt, and water. So all these things, the homeostasis is done by the kidney. The metabolic and hormonal functions are performed by the kidney. As I have already told you just now, it is also performing the endocrine functions in the body. So hormonal functions होते हैं यहाँ पे, metabolic functions होते हैं, maintenance of the fluid balance होता है, composition आपका maintain करके रखना, to excrete the waste products from the body. Maintenance of fluid electrolyte balance होता है यहाँ पे, salt and water को retain करके रखा जाता है, renal threshold को maintain करके रखा जाता है. So ये तो था हमारा kidney, urinary system. Now we will come to the genetic system. Genetic system में हम दोनों का male का female का देखेंगे और उसके functions को देखेंगे. So male genitalia. This is the gross structure of the male genitalia. इसमें क्या क्या चीजें आती हैं? You have the peritoneum, peritoneal cavity है यहाँ पे हमारे पास में prostate gland के साथ में ductus deferens है. We have the pubis infracis, suspensory ligament of the penis, corpus cavernosum है यहाँ पे, corpus spongiosum है. You all know, I believe you all know the structure of this male genitalia. You already have understood. But let's have a quick recap of the male genitalia. And we have the glans penis, navicular fossa, urethra. It is the external opening. Now this external opening is the outer opening through which the urine is coming out. The epididymis, we have the epididymis, we have the perineal membrane, we have sphincter muscles, membranous urethra, bulbourethral gland and duct, we have ejaculatory tract. We have the sacrum, ureter, urinary bladder, ureter, opening of the ureter. So this is important, that the opening of the ureter. There is opening of the ureter from which the urine is coming from the kidney to the bladder. Ampulla of ductus deferens, we have the rectovesical pouch, seminal vesicles, rectum. There is levitinal muscles, anacoccygeal ligament, internal anal sphincter is there, external anal sphincter is there, superficial transverse perineal membrane, ejaculatory tract, and this we have already completed. Alright, so this is the basic outline, the gross outline of the male genitalia. Now we have a look at the gross anatomy of the female genitalia. In the female genitalia, we have the ovarian tube, we have the ovaries, we have the uterus, vesicouterine pouch, the vagina, clitoris, the labia minora, labia majora, greater vestibular gland, cervix, fornix, and rectouterine pouch. So this is the gross anatomy of the female genitalia. Why we are studying these things? Because these terms will be used again and again in the genitourinary system. And if you can't recall these terms, then it's of no use in understanding the genitourinary system. So that's why I gave you some time in recalling these terminologies. What are the functions? The functions of male genitalia is to produce spermatozoa and testosterone. So production of sperm and testosterone, pubertal growth, it is responsible for the growth at the time of puberty. The prostate is there, the seminal vesicles are there, and development of secondary sexual characters are due to these hormones. Female genitalia have the ovaries that produces ova and hormones, estrogen, progesterone, and the secondary sexual characters are developed due to female genitalia. So this was just the basic outline of functions of kidney, normal, and genitalia. Now, the various renal disorders, that this is important for you. This is now important for you. That what are the different renal disorders that we are going to see in the upcoming lectures. The patients are coming to us for various diseases, related to the kidney and genitourinary system. So, the most important diseases from the at this point of view, from the clinical point of view, and also from the examination point of view, there are certain diseases that you encounter the most. You get the questions in the examination related to these topics, so it is important to first of all know what all diseases are you going to study in that. So there is acute renal failure. Renal failure when the kidney doesn't function properly. Acute. There is nephritic syndrome. There is nephrotic syndrome. In glomerulonephritis, I have discussed both of these things together. There was a great spectrum of symptoms that were given between the nephritic and the nephrotic syndrome. So I would prefer you to go and re-listen to the audio. You should open again the PPT that I sent to you related to the glomerulonephritis in order to understand this process again. In that process, I have explained you the nephritic syndrome, I have explained you the nephrotic syndrome, and the spectrum of symptoms. That was 3-lecture class. And I have given you the audio and also the PowerPoint presentation of that lecture. So go again and listen to that carefully in order to understand glomerulonephritis, nephritic syndrome, and nephrotic syndrome. There is chronic renal failure, that is also known as end-stage renal failure. We will be discussing these diseases one by one in one lecture. There are various asymptomatic urinary abnormalities when there are some problems with the body, but the patient remains symptomless, symptom-free. There's no clinical manifestation in that particular symptom. How it is diagnosed? Whenever a routine urine examination or certain other investigations are done for some other disease diagnosis, and you accidentally come across these abnormalities, these are known as asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. पेशेंट को परेशानी थी ना, लेकिन उसने किसी और चीज के लिए टेस्ट कराया तो पता चला कि आपको ये प्रॉब्लम भी है. Asymptomatic urinary abnormalities. UTI, urinary tract infection, is the most common infection, which is disease that is commonly encountered. Every female in any part of their life have always suffered from urinary tract infection. ये एक ऐसी डिजीज है जिससे हर फीमेल कभी ना कभी अपनी लाइफ में जरूर अफेक्ट होती है. Renal tubular defects are various defects of the tubules that we are going to study. Nephrolithiasis is kidney stone, and it is known very well for the elimination of nephrolithiasis of kidney stones. So we will be discussing the different types of nephrolithiasis, different types of kidney stones that are commonly present in the body. How to diagnose them, how to remove them, because homeopath के पास हमेशा पेशेंट आते हैं. सर मैंने सुना है कि किडनी काफी निकल जाती है, आप मुझे दवा दीजिए और जिससे मुझे आराम हो जाए. So there are n number of cases that have been successfully cured by n number of homeopaths worldwide of nephrolithiasis, which have prevented many surgical cases from going to surgery. Urinary tract obstruction, there can be multiple causes for urinary tract obstruction. We will be going into detail of those obstructional cases that in this scenario, these obstructions are occurring. So we will be going in detail of all these things. Now, assessment. Whenever a patient of genetic illness complaints are coming to you, then how will you assess that this belongs to the case of genetic illness? So these are the few guidelines or the few signs that if you observe in a particular patient, then you can think of the patient suffering from genetic complaints. So first of all is the puffiness of the face. Whenever a patient of genitourinary system is coming to you and he or she observe puffiness of the face, then you can think of it is one of the possibility that the patient is suffering from genitourinary system complaints. The eyes, there can be edema of the eyes. Here there is profile. Profile is we have already studied this profile in the gout. Okay. So profile formation was typical in gout. It was uric acid deposition. Here maybe uric acid deposition. And in that we have studied that it can lead to urinary complaints or certain kidney complaints. Neck in the neck there is jugular venous pressure for the fluid overload. We have to measure the JV'n. In skin we have to observe for the purpura bruising and pruritus. Bruising of the skin and pruritus of the skin. In extremities there is edema, clubbing, and peripheral neuropathies that are commonly observed in cases of disorders. What are the basic investigations, the routine, the basic investigations that are to be done in order to confirm yes, this particular patient is suffering from genetic illness? So the basic investigation includes the urine examination, urine examination, in which we have to look for the volume of the urine, the color and transparency of the urine, the urine concentration and osmolarity, the specific gravity of the urine, the urine dilution, and its pH. These are the basic tests that are routinely done. We have to collect the early morning first specimen, MSU, that is midstream urine sample, and that has to be observed for the routine examination for the volume, for the color, transparency, urine concentration, osmolarity, specific gravity, urine dissolution, dilution, and pH. What are the different abdominal constituents that you can find in the cases of routine urine examination? So this is a sum of all. It can be many, but the important constituents that is important at the undergraduate level. This is the sum up of all those constituents. The urine can contain the proteins that is known as proteinuria. It can contain blood proteins, it can contain sugars. It can contain ketone bodies. The urine can contain bilirubin. Bilirubin is increased in the case of jaundice. The cells, it can contain some cells, can be RBCs, can be WBCs. It can contain some cast. Cast denotes regeneration that we have studied in glomerulonephritis. We call that glomerulonephritis. It can contain crystals like uric acid we have studied, like crystals, CBD crystals. Just recall the previous lectures that we have studied. We will come to recall the different conditions where we have seen. There can be microorganisms which is common in the infectious cases. There can be bacteria, they growth in urine. Some different kind of infectious diseases from which person is suffering. So these are the various abdominal constituents that you can see in the routine urine examination. Proteinuria, protein, sugar, ketone bodies, they can bilirubin, cells, cast, crystals, and microorganisms. So this was all about the introduction of genetic urinary system. I have gone through a very superficial way because I don't want to go into detail. The time is very short for you. Just go through your anatomy and physiology from your book chapter, and then we will start the next chapter with acute renal failure. It's very important from both the examination point of view and also from practice. So this was all about today's lecture. The session was powered by digital version 2.0, JAYOTI VIDYAPEETH University. I hope you have subscribed to the session. So it was all for today. I'll meet you in the next topic tomorrow. So this was all for today. Thank you very much. This was Dr. Ravi.